How you guys doing? Thank you for having us. We brought you some Dunkin' Donuts. Appreciate.
Herb, what do you call this?
Might use some donuts. Dirty water.
Give you guys some coffee to energize you guys for the early morning.
Thank you very much. You guys, like, is this your dream job? Like,
oh,
that's what I'm saying. Like, sports and video games. You guys are like living the dream. That's amazing. That is so cool. I'm not necessarily a gamer at heart, but I know it's the way of the world at the moment. To kind of hear their story and their skill set and their rating and kind of how it all works was a lot of fun.
It's really cool getting an up-and-close personal kind of viewing point of seeing how professional basketball players practice and the preparation they put in and day out.
So who can't shoot?
It technically is. Mental strength is good. That's the physical need.
I ain't hoop in a minute. Oh, that's an H.
Easy win.
Ooh.
He putting the pressure on.
I can't make it easy on you.
Oh!
Off the glass. Woo-hoo. Oh man game. Oh man, you gotta be tripping.
Seriously. He can't shoot
Cho.
close. He can't shoot it close.
She's killing me with mid-range now.
He can't shoot it close.
Ah! Oh, you
Game.
You get tired of that. What happened to the half-court shot?
If you make, I'm going back.
It's too close, bro. I thought I'd be able to beat Sugar with a lot of threes. I saw her shooting around in practice. Thought fatigue was set in by the time I got on the court, but after going up a couple letters right away, she started shooting mid-ranges, and with me, I only could shoot from like 30 feet and out. So, yeah, that's when she started beating me up pretty bad, got me the S.
Good job.
Hey, play for a Dunkin' Donuts gift card. It's $100 on it. Since you're the winner, you can enjoy breakfast on us.
I want a Dunkin' Donuts card. I whooped up on him in horse. Want my Dunkin' Donuts card.
Practice was really like competitive, so it was good to see like up-tempo basketball and have everybody compete in a practice setting.
It was cool to get behind the scenes on their practice side, see how much fun they have and how much they enjoy it. They put in a lot of work. It's a lot of continuous running, shooting, so take a lot of work.
Really, from the coach to the players, it was like fun seeing how much fun they had, and I think that we could take away from that and then hopefully bring that to our locker room.
I can tell you right now, all my nephews, they play 2K18, Call of Duty, any game you name, Fortnite, I play 2K, NBA Live, all the games. So I'm excited the gamers came out, showed me what they was working on the court. Kind of different.
Liberty!
Congrats! I heard you guys won the tournament.
Like, what are you doing to kind of like manage your money today? What are some of the things that you're doing to kind of manage it?
Keep it on my bank account.
They're earning money, so they need to know how to budget in order to spend it properly. And they need to think about long-term and short-term goals.
Can I just kind of share with you a little bit about how I save, what I do to save? It's pay yourself first concept.
I never earned like this much money all at once, especially in this type of career and being in New York City. It's tempting to blow it all away.
I've been pretty terrible at managing my money, like coming into this.
I'm more interested in finding out what your questions are in terms of budgeting.
How can I turn 5 digits to 6?
That's great.
Yep.
That's a great question,
That's a great question.
I've been thinking about it for like the last couple years, really, about like how I can save my money a little bit better, just because I was never taught in like school.
There's also a really neat concept, and it's really powerful, and it's called compounding.
It's not a topic that's taught in schools, and from working in a bank, I've seen where when people of that age receive funds, they do not know the right way to use it in terms of making a budget, making sure that they know what their immediate needs are.
Yeah, you look at your last month's expenses, just go to your statement, write everything down, And at the end, on the second page, right, there's the little column over here that says income minus expenses, right? How much you made minus how much you spent. You want that number to be as much as possible. That's ultimately your savings.
It's very important to handle my money for the simple fact I do have a daughter, and the majority of the money that I do get or win, whatever it is, it usually goes on her. I try to save as much as I can for her, especially in the future.
All right, so these are kind of the small things, and it all adds up. $5 here, $10 here, all of a sudden it's $200 at the end of the month. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to sit you down and force you to do any of it. You have to kind of take the ownership yourself.
I don't want to keep wasting money. I want to keep building that money so later down the line I have it there if I ever need it for an emergency.
This will be a fun one. This is a huge game for Utah. If they lose this game, they are out of the playoff picture.
We knew the Jazz were really fighting to save their season.
At the end of 3, all Jazz, 66-55.
They almost thought the game was over and they felt good about themselves, which I think kind of lit a fire under our guys a little bit.
Oh, big turnover. Nice job pinching down.
Great defense by Nate, great defense.
We got a few stops right away in the fourth quarter, and you can tell they started getting nervous, started calling extra timeouts. That's when we knew we were in their head.
Adam for 3. Got it.
Big time shot.
As the game went on and I knew I needed to step it up and kind of turn up my game, I was able to kick into that overdrive and make out all right.
Adam all alone to tie it. Yes, sir. We'll play a little free basketball.
I kind of have the keys to the offense.
Every single week we can just count on them to, to have a big game for us.
90-87, 16 seconds left.
Of course, when I say something, he misses.
He's extremely reliable at the line, so it's weird. I mean, he missed it.
For whatever reason, I guess I just didn't get a good enough release on it, and it ended up missing.
He has to move wide open.
Taken away by Adam. He misses the free throw, and he comes back with the steal.
I mean, it was really good him, not hanging his head. He got back on D, and he was able to pluck him and get the steal really to clinch the game for us.
They outscore Utah in the fourth quarter and overtime, 39-21.
We just want to win every single game. Obviously, momentum is big. Now we've won 7 of our last 8 games, and we were trying to make it 8 out of 9 going into the playoffs.
I wanted to destroy them because it's a little rivalry between us and the Wizards, and I didn't want them to make the playoffs.
Wizards struggling here in the last couple minutes. Green! That means it's good. Nate for 3. Is there anything he can't do?
10 is the magic number for us. Once we get up 10 against this team, they should never beat us.
We've always talked about when you run against a 5-out team, if you can just get the lead to about 10, then you should be able to win. And we got that 10-point lead against them.
Here come the Wiz with a chance to take the lead. Gilly gives DC a 2-point lead.
And then we talked about all we got to do is just keep scoring, and they won't be able to really catch up. But then our offense just went completely cold.
And they give it to Idris down low, and he gets that blocked.
We just can't hit our shots. That's all it was, and our defense was good, but we just couldn't find no offense.
Taken away by Jin, up ahead to Boo, watch out!
I kind of noticed what we were doing wrong on offense a little bit too late.
Your final score, Wizards 80, Knicks 68.
They came out with a different type of defense that we never seen before, so it caught Kuda off guard.
You know what, if anything, it's kind of good that we got that kind of game and face that kind of defense out of our system, really, moving forward now into the playoffs. I kind of know what to expect more from some teams, and if anything, if they see what the Wizards did and try to play me like that, I'll be more prepared.
We don't feel like an 8 seed. We feel like the Blazers have a tough draw against us, and I think they've kind of been struggling a little bit recently, and they kind of understand that, we're not a typical 8 seed, and they're not going to take us as one. We don't think they're going to come into the game, just overlooking us. We know we're going to get their best game out of them, and we're going to need our best game because they got a lot of talent on their team as well.
We're here to play upset. Somehow still people doubt us, and you know what? That's just more fuel to the fire. So we're ready for a tough #1 Blazers team, but at the same time, we think that not only are we on the same level as them in terms of talent and skill, but we feel like we have a really good chance of winning this game.
We've been getting along and we've been playing really well lately, so we know it's time to put up a shove and it's time to execute.
Our confidence is above anything we expected. we're moving better, we're playing better, we're shooting better.
They're really good. They obviously beat us twice. The first one was a close game, the second one was a blowout. But I think that this is a different team that we are right now compared to the start of the season. So I think we're going to have to stay composed. I think stopping Mama and Walnut is going to be really key for us. And I think if we can do that, we'll get the win.
The game plan going in is to make Mama overthink and to take Walnut out of his game.
If Mama ain't having a good game, the Blazers not having a good game. Because Mama the one that gets the ball to Walnut and also gets shots involved. So if it's not Mama, I don't know how they going to get the ball.
We prep ourselves by watching film on the Blazers. You know, we got a great point guard on our practice team called Mr. Styles. He plays exactly just like Mama, so he's giving us reps in by playing just like him. On the practice team, they've been helping us out, getting multiple reps in, doing things we couldn't do on 3-on-3, so it's helping us out a lot. They say it's one of the hardest things to do in sports is to lose to a team 3 times. So we're just coming out there, we're motivated. We wanted them in the first round over any other team in the league. We want the Blazers, we wanted to play them, and now we come out and execute.